Today we shall explore the bizarre world where faux law enforcement meets the long arm of real justice.
Keep your hands up!
These are moments when imposters posing as cops came face to face with their own unexpected arrest. Karma in its finest form.
You say you work for Warren Sheriff's?
Yes, sir.
You are being under arrest.
Our first suspect was pulling over innocent victims on the highway when he accidentally made a real cop pull over towards him.
What's up, man?
Alright.
On September 9th, 2019, Brendan Wyszynski was out on patrol. Wyszynski was patrolling the highway, and when he caught a car, allegedly driving 120 miles per hour using his invisible radar, he made the driver pull over into a traffic stop. But then Brendan, wearing jeans and lacking altogether anything resembling a uniform, caught the real cop's attention, and he doubled back to see what was going on.
You gotta talk to her for a minute.
I know, I'm under-equipped.
Okay, because normally you do, if you're out here, man, if you're making a traffic stop.
I know, it makes no sense. I caught him going 120 down.
Do you have an ID with you?
I was just heading over there to the courthouse.
Rolling up on Wyszynski, a variety of things struck the officer as highly unusual. When he ran not an Officer Wyszynski's unmarked unit and found that it came back to Wyszynski, the officer made contact. Watch as the lies keep on building up.
And I'm not here to mess with you, man. It's just the thing is, you a speeding dude, you could have called it in. Are you, you say you work for Warren Sheriff's?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an ID with you at all?
No, I keep it on my uniform.
What's your name?
Brendan Wyszynski.
Just as the officer sat him down in the patrol car to further investigate the matter, he went on to confess his crime.
What's up, man?
Alright.
Where'd you get that badge from?
I bought it offline.
Do me a favor, stay in here, okay?
And of course, he got arrested for it.
But right now, you are being under arrest. Give me a moment, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more, okay?
Back at the police station, a detailed confrontation took place that revealed quite some interesting insights as to how Wyszynski assembled this whole shenanigan.
Where'd you get that badge from?
It belonged to my dad.
Is he still around, or did he pass away?
Well, he was killed
When was he killed?
about 5-6 years ago.
When did he leave the department?
He didn't leave, he was killed in line of duty.
Oh, was he now?
He had an eBay special Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office badge, handcuffs in his car, and of course, a handgun fortunately in a lockbox under his driver's seat. Talk about doing something illegal for so long that you become confident about it.
Hey, partner.
Hi,
Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Akron Police Department.
I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
Body cam footage showed police pulling over a man who was allegedly impersonating a law enforcement officer on July 20th, 2022. The Ackworth Police Department in Georgia said 33-year-old Jaredson Mackey was allegedly spotted flashing emergency lights in a retired police cruiser and was dressed in replica law enforcement garb with a badge
Hey, partner.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Akron Police Department. That's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all were with or what was going on. So he called out on the radio and asked for a marked unit. That's why I got pulled over.
The chief of police joined them and interrogated him sternly, but he did not seem to be fazed at all.
And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic?
This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company. And so I flash the lights so people can see me that I'm trying to get in the line.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
No, sir, I'm not impersonating, sir.
Do you have a lighting permit for the vehicle?
Jaredson was made to step out of the vehicle and show the chief what he was carrying with him inside his car's trunk.
That is roughly front windshield tinted, and all windows are there. His front windshield's fire tinted. He has a lighting permit that's valid.
After the cop was done running his IDs and permits through the system, he went over to Mackey and issued him a citation. His reaction to this was way over the top.
Given with all the lighting permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
I'm telling you how it's going to work. Even though I'm doing this on my private side, once I get this ticket, G-Dot is going to ground me again. Anytime they run a driver's license number, I'm going to get grounded. I asked the chief, please.
And then he started begging the chief for his pardon.
Yeah, I'm trying to crack the window right now, Chief. When I ride, the air, the compressor's gonna kick in. I'm not trying to be no pain in your hip, but Chief, please, man, I don't want to get grounded. Please. I'm not a bad person. Please, Chief. I beg of you. I present myself and my uniform. Also, I'm a former police in the Bahamas.
Authorities say Mackey was cited for unlawful operation of an emergency vehicle and arrested 2 days later on a felony charge of impersonating a public officer. People claim to be many things while they are drunk, but this guy topped all of them as he straight up called himself a Georgia State Trooper.
You're identifying yourself as a state trooper? I want your ID.
Sir, you don't need my ID. I know a little bit more than you do.
On July 1st, 2023, police in Gwinnett County, Georgia, responded to complaints from a local bar that an intoxicated man was being violent and threatening customers.
What's up, bro?
We have some trouble in here?
Are we having trouble in here?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, God.
You have a tab open?
Do I or do I not?
Do you have a tab you need to pay because you're going to be leaving?
As the cop asked him questions, he replied with the most nonsensical answers ever.
I'm just trying to ask some simple questions,
I
man.
don't believe in alcohol. I don't believe in cops.
You seem to be intoxicated from alcohol.
Am I driving?
You're identifying yourself as a state trooper? I want your
No,
ID.
sir. You don't need my ID. I know a little bit more than you do.
Have a seat for me. I'm not going to.
The 34-year-old, William Godsey, then revealed a piece of information which would have been better off hidden when it comes to consequences.
I know my rights, brother.
So how are you getting alcohol without an ID?
Who knows? You're in this bar as well as I am.
Respect coming from you, if
I'm
that's
totally
the case.
giving you 100% respect. Get my ID out of that f***ing bar.
An unknown woman entered the scene and gave him his phone, which he then tried to give to the police officer to try and overpower him to verify his credentials.
Is he with you?
There you go.
I don't need
You
your
want all
phone.
the answers in the world right now.
Do you have his ID or do you know where his ID is?
I have no idea.
Why are we having this conflict? I'm asking simple questions.
It's typical.
The cop was now sure that William was of no use when it came to understanding the whole ordeal, so he went up to an eyewitness for more insights.
Who was he threatening or what was he doing?
He was just being loud and aggressive, like talking like
He was drunk when he came in?
Yeah.
Is that who that is over by the car with him?
She had pearls and the pretty rose.
I think so. Brunette.
Yeah.
So what was he doing that was being aggressive?
Just the body language. He didn't get in anyone's face. He didn't touch anybody.
Wanting to wrap things up, the officer made a deal with the man's acquaintance if she was willing to drop him home.
Is he calling for a ride?
No. He's calling his sister.
I'll buy you a drink when you get back. How about that?
Okay. Is your car in his house? Fucking Stockbridge.
You get taken to Waffle House or Racetrack. A racetrack's right down here, and he can wait for a ride.
She couldn't even take him home because then she wouldn't have a way back.
As things began to drag on, the officer took him out of his car and slapped the cuffs on him for disorderly conduct. Godsey spent the night in jail and was later charged with a felony count of impersonating an officer.
All right, William, step on out for me, please. Come to the back of the car. Placed under arrest for disorderly conduct tonight, okay?
Okay.
He's going to go to jail tonight. You out here in the parking lot in a family-friendly establishment peeing in a bottle.
Our next suspect should be writing novels instead of impersonating officers because the number of stories he came up with on the spot was truly impressive.
I was robbed, and I was put in a car, and I was shoved under the car, under my own everything.
On June 2nd, 2021, a man stole a pickup truck at a high school containing a wallet and a police badge belonging to a retired police officer in Racine, Wisconsin. After abandoning the vehicle, the man presented the police badge at 2 separate locations, stating he was an undercover police officer. Officers were immediately dispatched to the scene, where the man was identified as 40-year-old Charles Kirkpatrick.
Hi there.
Hello.
People calling saying that a man matching your description was walking up and down the cars. Hey, do me a favor and just step out of the car right now, okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, just turn around.
Yep. Just money. My name's Charlie. Somebody tried to rob me.
Let me have your last name.
Kirkpatrick.
He even went on to deny what the cop saw with his own eyes. This move made him end up in handcuffs, but he wasn't the one to back down easily and kept his act up.
That came out of your pocket, though.
It didn't come out of my pocket. Here, set it on the car. Look, I ain't got nothing on my pocket.
All right, now we're just detaining you pending further investigation.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing wrong, dude.
I see a bunch of credit cards.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of, I see an ID that's clearly not yours. It's an ID of a female.
The officers then took a statement from the man whose car the suspect was about to drive away with.
You have your concealed carry on you right now? It's fine if you do.
It's not mine.
That's sorry, you were sleeping in your car?
Yeah.
Do you live around here, or are you kind of living out your car right now?
Yeah.
So you were sleeping in your car and this guy that you don't know, correct? You said he showed you a badge?
Yeah.
Charles then tried to spark a friendly conversation with the cop to lighten the mood.
Sure. Just give me a drink of bottle of water.
I don't have a bottle, I'd give it to you, bro.
Can you call Popeyes and have them bring me one? You guys got water in your car? Hey.
No, I don't.
What about these people in this house right here? Can they give me water?
Let me go ask them? Let me go ask them.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll talk to you.
The deflection card came into play, and honestly, I was quite impressed with how he executed it.
Hey, what if it happens to be your vehicle? Why are you lying to me then?
About what, sir?
About the vehicle.
About what?
Yeah, look at your smile. Be real. If you want me to be real with me then. If you don't want to be honest with me, I won't be honest with you. Take me to jail.
That's your...
Take me to jail.
So here's the deal.
Just take me to jail.
He pleaded guilty to one count of impersonating a police officer and operating a vehicle without the owner's consent. All other charges were dismissed, and Charles was ultimately sentenced to 18 months in prison with 6 months of extended supervision.
Open this back up.
Okay.
I'll honor that. I apologize for talking to you that way. I do.
All I care about...
As a man, I apologize. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
3 hours by him taking him to jail and booking him and everything.
Imagine creating a Tinder profile by pretending to be a police officer only to match up with the insides of a jail cell.
We're gonna take the uniform, sir. You got a badge on your shirt.
Unload off.
Body camera footage of an incident from April 24th, 2023 showed Rico Treshon Dukes, 26, was arrested by Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office detectives for impersonating a BCSO deputy while also carrying a loaded firearm and loaded magazines. Dukes was busted wearing a shirt with a cloth BCSO badge on the front and 2 shoulder patches that are typically worn by uniformed personnel. He was also seen wearing a hat featuring a badge that is actually no longer authorized for use by BCSO uniformed personnel.
Keep your hands up! Keep them up higher, man. Stop! Anybody else in the car?
Dukes had posted several pictures on his Tinder dating profile posing as a Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputy, including one picture where he was wearing a duty belt with a loaded firearm. He even posted a random photo of a fully marked patrol unit, falsely claiming it was his own. As the officers put him in cuffs, they also conducted a thorough search of him and his vehicle, which revealed several items that Dukes wasn't authorized to own.
The weapons on you, man?
At the station, a female officer sat him down in a chair and inquired about his information.
And what do you do for work?
Jack.
Jack in the box? Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on today?
I don't know.
You don't know? Can you tell me why you're in a Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department uniform?
One of the interrogators suspected of him being mentally challenged, so he went ahead and asked him that question, and the response from Dukes confirmed his suspicion.
Have you ever done anything that resulted in you going to the hospital for some sort of mental evaluation?
A couple years ago, I have cut myself.
So you're trying to kill yourself?
Not kill, just make a point to her.
Okay, any other threats of suicide?
No.
How about threats to harm anybody?
No.
Never?
If you believe that imposters make questionable choices, just wait until you see what our upcoming suspect has in store for us.
He jumped in the SUV and took off.
It was September 1st, 2023, when at approximately 3:04 a.m., Atlanta officers responded to Fair Drive and Metropolitan Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia, with reference to an auto accident Upon arrival, the officer noticed that the passenger inside the vehicle, later identified as 47-year-old Samuel Smith, was tied up in handcuffs.
Leave him there, leave him there, leave him there, leave him there. What's going on, man?
Somebody just hit us at the red light. This my husband.
Is he okay? He in handcuffs? Why is he in handcuffs?
Because Smith appeared to be heavily intoxicated, officers questioned Smith's wife, later identified as 42-year-old Patricia Smith, who was the driver of the vehicle, and she stated that an officer had handcuffed her husband while they were at Peaches of Atlanta.
How did he wind up in handcuffs? Peaches? Okay. I got you. Over on RDA?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Did you guys get into it with security over there?
Sir, I don't know.
Recognizing the peculiarity of the situation, officers went to 779 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard to locate the officer. Upon arriving at Peaches of Atlanta, officers made contact with a male, later identified as 49-year-old Terrence Jacks, who was wearing a vest with a police patch, as well as a Department of Homeland Security Special Agent badge, a radio, and a handgun. He then narrated a very poorly made-up story to the cops.
Y'all had some up here a little bit ago? Male and female get into it with anybody?
Yeah.
What was the story with that?
They were just drunk.
All right.
And
whose handcuffs is he wearing?
Mine. He took off. He jumped in the SUV and took off.
Jacks was also in possession of a sedan, which was equipped with blue lights and had police decals.
I'm gonna have you have a seat in my car for a minute, okay? But never registered it. The license plate is off of a Bluebird school bus from Tucker, Georgia. That's how he got a GV tag.
Radio check this thing.
Though Jacks presented officers with what he claimed were Department of Homeland Security credentials, after a thorough investigation, it was determined that Jacks was not a Department of Homeland Security special agent. Jacks was placed into custody and was charged with impersonating a public officer or employee and was taken to the Fulton County Jail.
All right, here's what I want you to do for me, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take your firearm off your side. You got just Serpa here. I'm gonna detain you for right now.
Okay.
All right. Right now, you are not under arrest. You're just being detained for the further investigation here.
And nowadays, teenagers aren't far behind in taking on the humongous responsibility of patrolling the streets themselves illegally. A 19-year-old Tennessee man, Jackson Jones, was arrested by Oklahoma police after he allegedly impersonated a sheriff's deputy and pulled cars over on January 1st, 2023.
Do you have any weapons in the car or anything like that? Like a gun or anything? So,
why are you wearing the vest?
But I'm not gonna have people call me. You're a deputy sheriff? I work at the sheriff's office.
Witnesses told deputies Jones was acting like he was on duty, pulling them over in his personal KIA sedan and aggressively questioning them during the unauthorized traffic stop.
Is this an agency vehicle or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my vehicle. I will tell you guys the same thing. I have been pulled over so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas.
Are you commissioned to carry a gun?
No, I'm not.
You're not? You realize wearing the sheriff on your chest.
And it didn't take long for the officers to smell what was actually going on.
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine. It's my girlfriend. And I don't drink.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine?
He was made to step out of his vehicle, and it was visible the lengths he went to make his little ruse seem legit.
I can search the car? Is that what you said? Step on out if you don't mind. Face the vehicle, I'll just check you for, make sure you don't have any guns or nothing. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take the vest off and just sit it in the car.
The interior of his car was trashed like every other teenager's is, and definitely did not seem to be a patrol car.
We'll just check everything out. If everything's good, then we'll go on.
On top of impersonating an officer himself, it was revealed after an authorized search of his phone that Jackson pulled his brother in on acting like his supervisor.
He said it was his brother, but he says, but if you read the message... What's your phone number? Jacob. What county was it? Campbell County. That's what his check stub showed. This is dated 11/18/22 for Jackson Jones, Campbell County Government Sheriff's Department.
Jones was taken into custody and charged with impersonating an officer and transporting an open container of alcohol.
Alright, turn around and face the other way. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.